Yeah. Whitey won. Obviously disappointing to lose him. He's been playing great basketball. I think it's not like I was ranting and raving at halftime. I thought, they made really tough shots and kind of shots that we were in some ways living with a little bit, and they just kept making them. So, credit to them. Doolittle was tough, one-on-one. Almanza was making shots. Pinder, all their bigs were, really good, and we had a heavy focus on, trying to take care of Henshaw and Pepper and those guys and stuff. But once CG got going in that second half, and we played defence too. Hold them to 12 points and 20 points those last two quarters. We locked in at both ends. But you sit back, and I'm a defensive coach, but I tip my hat and just say, wow, that's fantastic. Delhi was amazing, and just continuing to find ways to screen for him, to pass for him, and the whole group did a good job. And their switching was a problem, and not only was CG making threes, I thought he's off the bounce and getting in the paint, and the way he finished there was exceptional as well.
CG, you got hot early a little bit in the first quarter, but coming into that third, how many shots did it take for you to know that something was kind of cooking there?
Yeah, I don't know. I missed a couple of. I missed a lot of makeable shots. And early on, I did as well. Forced a couple, so the rhythm wasn't amazing early on. But we focused on, can we get back to being ourselves? And hey, you know what? We got to climb into the ball. We got to defend better. If they want to call us for fouls, well, then we just got to keep playing through and keep going and keep being us. So I thought we committed to doing that. Guys did a great job on Doolittle. He was a problem in the first half. So was Almanza, and we really locked in on those guys. And we were able to get stops and then run, and then the offense just flowed from there. So to answer your question, I don't know how many, but it happened.
I was here the day you dropped 50 here, but that 22 in 4 minutes was kind of something special. What does it feel like in that moment? How much fun? Is that the most fun that basketball could be for someone like you?
We were down, so it was it wasn't it was just sort of carefree, and we were up big or whatever it was. We were really coming back against a team that were playing really well, and Delhi did a great job. I don't really know what this means, but he said, you must have felt like Bitcoin in a bull market. So credit to him, he orchestrated a lot of our offense and found areas that we could, just keep the thing rolling. But it was interesting because they were playing so well and we were really in a dogfight.
Do you guys, did you come into that third quarter as a group kind of believe you could make a run given, they're pretty young at the moment, the guys they're playing, you felt like you had the experience to come back from that and work your way back into the game?
Yeah, well, we chatted. Dean came in, as he said, was really measured. Our offense wasn't terrible, but our defense, we were just lacking in areas that we've been speaking about, over and over again. So us as a group, we just knew if we could lock down and do the things that we wanted to do and force them into the shots that we wanted, well, then you have to live with that result. If they were good enough to keep making them, well, sometimes you have to tip your hat, but we did a better job of forcing them into what we wanted.
CG, I'm fortunate enough to see the guys after games most weeks when you interact with the fans and, shake hands and all that sort of thing. It was pretty special tonight, and I think you felt pretty special and massive smile on your face. Can you just talk a bit about, it's a little bit different tonight just with coming off a performance like that and everyone screaming the CGs and getting your photos and things like that. Is that what makes it even more special?
Oh, it's cool to, treat the fans to something that they enjoy. They pay their hard-earned money to come out and watch us play, and especially, last time we were here, some of them probably felt like they wasted their money. So hopefully we made up for that a little bit tonight. But we love our crowd. They show out through thick and thin. So to get a good win in front of them with the break coming up, we got another tough game next week. So hopefully we can get another win for them.
mentioned that Breakers game. At half time, did any of that creep in? I was kind of thinking, like big guy Menenga, like having a bit of a game and a similar sort of thing tonight with their bigs kind of being pretty dominant.
Yeah, for sure. Through that through the second quarter, sometimes that same feeling was, oh God, like they're making everything. But we did a great job through our review with that Breakers game, and we found areas where we just weren't good enough. They were great, but we were really bad as well. So that's what we spoke about at halftime. Like, hey, let's not have a second half of not knowing what we're doing defensively. Let's lock in on that, and we can live with that result.
Tom, sorry, mate.
Dean, in terms of the defence, how important was Marcus Lee's influence late in that second quarter? Just seemed to turn the game slightly.
Late in the second quarter, yeah, I thought there was a group in there. You look at Flynn and Tanner, and they're plus 10 and 14, and in some of those minutes as well. I thought that, that was kind of sitting around 18, 20 or something like that. And I thought, they hit one on the buzzer kind of as well. It was kind of felt like when we walked into half time, it's like, hey, we got back in this thing. It's not 20. So credit to those guys for the little run. I thought, Marcus and Robbie, after half time, I thought both of them had a really good impact on the game.
Tom mentioned the 50, but where does tonight stack up to that? Like, just in your head, thinking back to it.
I was trying to get 50 at the end there. No, I was, I got a little greedy in those last one or two possessions. But, I don't know. I'll think back on that in 10, 20 years' time.
What does it mean to have, I presume your families in the stands tonight watching the game, or were they not?
No, it's too late, man. 8 o'clock game. It's almost too late for me.
But so, I guess if you want to share that with them tomorrow morning, how special is that now at this stage of your career to be able to do something like that still?
Yeah, it's cool. G always asks when I get home or in the morning, she asks if we win or lose. She asks if the Roos win or lose. The Roo girls are going well at the moment, so I'll tell her we won. But I don't know if I'll tell her too much more than that. She'll find out in time.
Do you know what's the early word on Jay?
Scan tomorrow, calf. He was able to kind of run up and down on it for a little bit, so I don't think the severity of it is, too bad, but calves are calves, and we'll scan it and see what it looks like.
And after this stretch that you guys have just had with all these games so close together, you've got I think it's like an 8-day break now until the next one. How important is that just to get the group to kind of reset a little bit and, get right for another stretch run?
Yeah, these next few days, we know we played 4 in 10 days, and to come out of that 3-1 is a really good effort. And so, Adelaide be disappointed about how they played last time they were here, and we played really well. And we just can't step forward to say, we're not even thinking about this break. We're just thinking about getting as healthy as we can and as locked in as we can mentally, for this last game. And hopefully we can treat our fans again like we did tonight.